So Netflix and Amazon Prime users could be forced to pay a license fee as cash-strapped BBC axes Radio 4 shows in Jobs' bloodbath. It's quite the headline. Because remember, why the hell would you throw in this BBC axes Radio 4 shows? Most people couldn't give a flying fuck about that. And don't get me wrong, there's maybe some value in Radio 4 shows, but it's not for most people. Look, I keep telling people to read more and read older books. It's funny. As I was growing up from a child, it wasn't until the 80s that I heard any kind of classical music. I would have been early to mid-teens. And for some people, from childhood, right from they were privy to that. They experienced that. They were in families with great hi-fi systems, and no jokes. I look at even things like that these days. What are the motivated? What is this perception if you're wealthy, what you do? I've been astounded at what I've seen being spent on fucking hi-fi systems. But there is something to be said about a really decent hi-fi system, but it was never anywhere, from my memory, anywhere like that. Yeah. Honestly, you look up high-end, really high-end sound systems. Anyway, we're absolutely off at tangents here, but the people that would spend that kind of money also absolutely appreciated having the physicality of discs, or even tapes, or even CDs now. Because everything else is subscription. And that, where do we look at in the form of gold these days? Because everybody's talking about crypto, which I think is a complete and utter con. After all, if you're looking to go to a cashless society, what better way to go about it than to sell to people, hey, New World Order's kicking in, but... And by the way, many Masons have bought into this. Underlings, obviously. Hey, man, crypto. And all I've ever said is, look, it has to be stored on something. And, when you look at the military-industrial complex, and why is it, as I've said before, how many chip makers really in the big scheme of things? Oh yeah, there's third party, which is like you'll repeat what 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, companies. You could hit this from so many angles, and you really could. But anybody that's clued up, and believe me, I am not a wealthy guy. I haven't got any assets. Believe me, Although I would say, pretty successfully, I'm fairly clued up to what I'm seeing and, would be an asset. But yeah, we're now at a situation where it's to be encouraged to not own records, CDs, DVDs, whatever format, and to be on hard drives that can be just... And if you want any of it, you've also got to pay for the propaganda. Which is the BBC. Seriously. Right, less than 5 minutes. Is that fair? And I'll speak to you soon.